Here we have a problem written out in the word of a word problem, and it goes, a homeowner wishes to insulate her attic with fiberglass insulation to conserve energy. The insulation comes in 40 centimeter wide rolls that are cut to fit between the rafters in the attic. And the problem states, if the roof is 6 meters from peak to eave and the attic space is 2 meters high at the peak, how long does each of the pieces of insulation need to be? And this problem asks us to round it to the nearest tenth. And as you can see, we have several numbers. We have 40 centimeter wide rolls, and then we have the roof is 6 meters from peak to eave. And finally, we have the space is 2 meters high. And as the book suggests, we should draw this out. So here we have a roof, and here's the peak, and here's the eave, and this space right here is the attic. All right, so we can start filling in some of the numbers. So we know that from peak to eave it's 6 meters. This is also 6 meters. We know this space right here is 2 meters because it says attic space is 2 meters high at the peak. So this space right here, so in order to find how long does each of the pieces of insulation need to be, which would be from here to here, we need to find all this. We would label this X. So what I do is I divide this in half, and I would want to find just a little portion of this to make it a little easier. So I would put my X right here. So we know the Pythagorean theorem states that C squared equals A squared plus B squared. So we can use this formula and start filling in some of our numbers. We would put 6 squared equals 2 squared plus X squared. So now we can start solving this by order of operations, and we would have 36 equals 4 plus X squared. Well, we need to isolate the X value. So we'll add -4 to both sides to isolate the X value, and we'll have 32 equals X squared. So we need to find X, and the way we'll do this is we'll put X here and we'll square root 32. If we square root 32, we will get a long irrational number, which would be 5.65845. Now, if we take that and multiply it by, because we need this portion right here as well for X, the easiest way to do it is to multiply this by 2. So we can take this value right here and multiply it by 2, and we'll get X equals 11.3137085. Now this problem asks us to round it to the nearest tenth, which is this position, because this is tenth, 100, 1,000. So now we have X equals 11.3 meters. And that is the solution to the problem.